4 years or so to This Is England, because that must have been an amazing one, because that was suddenly, it wasn't you as the Scally in a story below DiCaprio and Daniel Taylor-Joy and all these. It was very much, although again it was a massive ensemble piece,
of course,
it was very much your character was definitely at the forefront and was a huge undertaking.
Yeah.
How was that? How was the experience of that? And also, it's kind of interesting. It's something that we talked about on one of our first days on set. The interestingness that you were playing a really harsh character and obviously a racist character, but you're mixed race. You know, you've got. I think your granddad. You said
my granddad was from Jamaica.
From Jamaica. So
my nana was from Sweden.
So a really weird kind of situation there of this amazing role. In a way, I guess you could draw even more inspiration and understanding of it because.
Yeah, completely.
Being in the middle of that.
Because of what I'd gone through and what I'd lived.
Yeah.
And for me, if I'm really honest, for me, This Is England was where to me, everything I'd done before then was I was learning my apprenticeship in a way. Do you know what I mean? I was learning about the craft. And then, if I'm honest, for me, that was where I got to. That was where I realised as well, in many respects, where I went, okay, this is what it's actually about.
Yeah.
This is how you do it. I'm not saying it. I know how to do it. I'm just saying this is. It felt right. Do you know what I mean? It felt all that learning I'd done in the past and all them books I'd read and all the things I'd done had led to that one point. Yeah. Do you know what I mean?
It feels perfect.
Without sounding wanky, like. Do you know what I mean?
No. It makes perfect sense, and it feels perfect in a way that the first big film role break was with Guy, who's someone who's got that openness to work, to improvise, that then it's building up to your first big at the forefront role is with Shane, who's someone, again, from everything I hear, is exactly like that. It's very much right. Here's what we got on paper. Let's put that in a pile there, and if we need it, then we'll come back to it. But if we don't,
let's
then
see how we get on
here's
with
where
this.
we are. So that must have been, again, that perfect, as you said, all coming together in that way. It makes perfect sense.
Yeah, it was that. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, it was that combination of everything, and again, that was another kind of. I read it. My brother came up to see me. He got on the train and he came up with a film magazine and said Shane Meadows is doing a film about skinheads in the 80s. And I went, oh, wow. And I phoned my agent and said, see if you can get me in there. I'd really love to meet Shane. And ironically, about 3 days later, she phoned me back saying, he wants to meet you.
Wow.
He doesn't live that far from me. He wants you to go and have a cup of coffee with him and sit down and chat.
Perfect.
And we did. We had a little chat and stuff, and he said, come along to the workshop and we'll see how we go. Went along to the workshop, and that's where I met the rest of them. And we did some stuff, and there was a bit where, it was like it was going on in the racist elements of the character and the kind of, because we were trying to find our feet with it and stuff. And I didn't know if the part was mine yet. What I mean? I had no idea. It was a workshop. It was going for an audition, and excuse me, I did some stuff with Shimmy, and I said some harsh things, and I really went for it in a way. Not in a sense of trying to show how good I can be to get the part. It wasn't that. It was more the sense of, because I've been on the other side of it, and I've been through them experiences. I kind of,
you've got that to draw to know how to get under the skin. And not in a we're writing a script on paper. Here's the basics. I'm going to call you this, and that's that. It's knowing that bit more that really.
How to get a reaction. Do you know what I mean? How to get that reaction from them. And we did that and stuff, and then I, said goodbye to everyone. And then that night I couldn't help it. I came home and I said to Anna, because I hadn't told anyone that I was mixed race. One, I didn't think it was a big issue, but to the other side of it, if I'm really honest, it was kind of like it was no one else's business in that respect. But
of course.
But when I worked with Shimmy in that way, again, I suppose it goes back to that sense of duty. But I also wanted him to know that I didn't mean any of that. That was not in my psyche. You know what I mean? That wasn't in my ground and in my upbringing. That wasn't them kind of things.
Or in many ways, the reason it was there was for the opposite reason that it comes across. And what I mean?
And it's kind of that. I'm very proud. I'm extremely proud. I'm extremely proud to be mixed race. Do you know what I mean? I'm very proud to be black. I'm white. I don't see colour as an issue at all, me personally. Do you know what I mean? I'm just very strong in the sense of my identity of who I am. I'm a thoroughbred mongrel. Do you know what I mean? That's how I see myself. So, but I wanted him to know that I had compassion for him in that respect. And and I had empathy for what he'd been through.
This piece of fiction is the intro to the